After an unusually long theatrical run at a time, when most movies debut on digital within a month of their big screen release, Paramount's mission, Impossible, The Final Reckoning is now available to watch at home. Hello viewers. Welcome to StatsIn. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more videos. In fact, not only is the Tom Cruise vehicle streaming on transactional services, it's also doing rather well. The Final Reckoning had an infamously underwhelming box office run, after failing to crack 3 major milestones in the home stretch. It also had a massive budget hanging over its head, and fell significantly short of its presumed break-even point of $800 million. The Final Reckoning had no option but to finish its run as the highest-grossing Mission Impossible movie of all time, but it couldn't. It is now making up for its theatrical performance at home. According to Flix Patrol, the film has been consistently making the top of the charts on Google, iTunes, and Vudu. On August 21st, The Final Reckoning was the third biggest movie on Google, behind only Jurassic Park Rebirth and Superman. It was the #1 movie on iTunes and the #3 movie on Vudu. Produced on a reported budget of $400 million, The Final Reckoning appears to have stalled just under the $600 million mark worldwide. It has also fallen short of the $200 million mark domestically and the $400 million mark internationally. It just about managed to pass its predecessor, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, which grossed around $570 million globally in its theatrical run a couple of years ago. Both movies were directed by Christopher McQuarrie and witnessed tremendous production difficulties that resulted in the combined budget ballooning past a reasonable mark. Cruise reportedly had major sway at the studio after delivering the $1.5 billion hit Top Gun: Maverick in 2022. That movie was largely credited for having revived the theatrical marketplace, but the performance of the last two Mission Impossible movies has certainly raised eyebrows. Both films were initially supposed to be filmed back-to-back and released as two parts of the same story, but plans changed during the pandemic. However, the films earned positive reviews, with Dead Reckoning scoring 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and The Final Reckoning sitting at a certified fresh 80% score. The Final Reckoning was marketed as Cruise's last time playing Ethan Hunt, the super spy character he has been synonymous with since the mid-1990s. But there have been no word yet on whether this is actually the case. He'll next be seen in Alejandro G. Inarritu's next film, set for release in 2026. Stay tuned to Collider for more updates. 2 months after its theatrical debut, Paramount released Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning on PVOD platforms. Movies starring Tom Cruise have historically been given extended theatrical windows. Cruise famously insisted on Top Gun: Maverick being released exclusively in theaters and forced Paramount to hold off on selling it to streamers when the going got tough some years ago. His determination paid off, with the film grossing $1.5 billion worldwide and reviving the theatrical marketplace after a disheartening slump. It also earned him tremendous say in how the studio releases his future films, and at that time he was working on 2 back-to-back Mission Impossible tentpoles. The Final Reckoning underperformed at the box office, as did its predecessor, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. The two movies couldn't earn together what Maverick earned alone, even though they reportedly cost a combined total of around $700 million to produce. Although The Final Reckoning overtook its predecessor at the box office, it seemed, for a while, that it was going to conclude its run painfully shy of 3 milestones. It has now passed one of them. This past weekend, The Final Reckoning hit the $400 million mark at the international box office, putting it ahead of Dead Reckoning's $393 million haul and Hancock's $396 million haul.